to do a little bit more. He's done some damage, and there's the follow-up. A shot right to Texture's temple. That's going to put us in a 4v2 with PaperX. Definitely favored to take this pistol now. Forsaken Fallen. A little bit more of a chance. Something, though, delivers. Okay, he's up top and not spotted. Easy. This could be a big win if it comes through. Nice one from Meteor.
เล่นอย่างนี้โดนจริงพี่
เฮ้ยแต่มันเข้าทันเฮ้ยโอ้โหเฮ้ย
Nothing being spotted towards the spawn. This means they know where they are.
อ้าวโอ้ยไม่ได้โอ้
Meteor's gonna win the Mastercard 3D. I'm always lighting.
เสียหายจัด
พี่อเล็กจะเป็นยังไงบ้าง
นี่ไงพี่เล็กเป็นอย่างนี้ไงเอาไป1เปี้ยง
The comp they played last time, but it is the comp they ran versus Heretics. I think it's slightly better for them overall. Still has something on the Jet as well, because they had a similar comp to this, but with him on the Reyna. I think this just allows him to do more damage. I like the start though from Gen G.
โอ้โหทามมิ่ง
Okay. They had that
เอามาก่อนหนึ่งไงแล้วไม่ฟรีได้ first kill ไง
to still be around the angle, and because of that, they've lost the first battle. One man down already, but the rest are rotating into the right spot. The read is good from the side of Gen G as they move to the A site. Here comes PaperX diving a little quicker than expected, but there's the return. They're not expecting this many players to be on that defensive side already. Anchored down, and they're winning the fight. Leaving the alone, the 1v2, good damage done, and the follow-up. He brought a knife to a knife fight. 3 kills already. This guy's been sensational.
เรียกว่าสู้กับลูกผู้ชาย
Respected from Karen. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna be the coward. I'm not gonna go and reload. Respected it. I'll take you in the 1v1. Well, I'll win it out. And that
คันรถไม่ใช่เอาด้วย
that was again. We talk about the advantages and their
มัน
conversions.
โหเจ็บเหมือนกันนี่หว่า
What was that? 5v3. As they get into the site, they get the initial opener and they get an entry, and then they don't convert the round. It's good work from Gen G, but you always have to look at PaperX and go, these are moments that you expect them to be able to convert. Not the start they were looking for. And again, we're going to see the same proactive approach from the defense, constantly looking to garner extra.
แต่เมื่อกี้ต้องบอกว่าดาวไวทำดีที่สุดแล้วนะกระสุนแบบทุกนัดแบบเน้นๆเลยแบบมีค่ามากเมื่อกี้โอ้โหเฉียวโดนป้อมยิงตาย
ตาย
Start, but Spike should at least be plantable. No nade left online for Gen G. Nothing to really force these players out of the corner.
Spike planted.
With that seize, it's keeping him in position. It's only deducted about 10 HP or so because he was so low. And the problem now is you have to fight back through all these close range angles. PaperX have the numbers to play with on a lot of the fights they're going to take. Decent damage on the headshot. Good follow up.
โอ้ยโอ้ my god
เทคเจอร์มันยิงเป็นเอมแลบเลย
นี่เทคเจอร์ยิงแล้วนะ
Shields into that round. So maybe hoping that they could get a kill and he could steal a gun away, but doesn't come to fruition. Texture as well as one off a showstopper going into round number 3. So especially on this map, it definitely is a little bit more difficult.
มันลั่นไป3นัดครับทุกคนมันลั่นไป3นัดเมื่อกี้3ศพ
An opportunity to find something there. Well, this is where we are going to get the investment. Mitch will be happy. Forsaken is already bringing in an Odin. Listen, he's a wise man. I've always said that, Tom, and he's just proven my point, isn't he? You won't expect this off rip if you're Gen G, and a little bit of danger for Texture. That crosshair's lined up on his head. Serious damage by the looks of it. Down to 77. Texture's tag lucky is dropped. And we can continue on with the spams. Heals for most players. Divide to stay quite low, not having anyone to bring him back to full fighting health. The reality is, though, they're in a pretty good position. The close range spot by Karen shouldn't be left unchecked. There's still a flash on Divide. You expect that to pop as they move forward. No, in fact, it's just a double swing, and the same thing there. Exactly. Clean trades for PaperX. Yeah, it looks like it's just to fight Meteor now. Has to try and pull off some individual brilliance as well. I think a little bit too predictable on when he'd make his move. Munchkin on the other side of the map, and the thing is, he could just hold this through to the next round, but I don't expect him to. When there's an opportunity to have an upgrade, maybe take a gun away. Yeah, I mean, not a position you're going to be clearing a lot of the time. Done well to start. Player close is low. Devi and Mind Freak both playing without
shields and with a bit of dent to their
เฮ้ย
health. Seiken also with no shields and
เอา
no
ดี
mana
เอาดี
anymore.
แปลก
This is
ๆ
getting
แปลก
very
ๆจะมาตัด
costly.
เวอร์จัดเวอร์จัด
Attacking side with Munchkin
เฮ้ย
not stopping anytime soon. He's already picked up 3, and now he's quickening his pace to the site. The time is so desperately low, and he doesn't know where Devi is. The element of surprise gets Paper X the kill.
เสียหายเลย
กระบอกโอดิน
But at what cost?
Everything. Absolutely
ตาย
everything.
5 กระบอก
หนีไม่ทันแล้ว
Every single gun just
Oh.
goes for
Oh.
overhunting a player that was going to have a gun in the next round anyway. Like,
ทันป่ะป๊า
I understand wanting to
Mấy
land
thằng?
those extra orbs up, but this is one hell of an overextension. Just constantly fighting.
เสียหายจัด
Versus a player that had a bulldog,
พี่อเล็กจะเป็นยังไงบ้าง
นี่ไง
smack talk getting
พี่เล็กเป็นอย่างนี้ไง
getting smacked.
เอาไป1เปี้ยง
ตอบปั๊บ
Round 4.
อันนี้คือเสียหายจัด
Real
นะ
challenge for this
มัน
attacking
โอ้
side.
โหดูดิ
Weakness is
ดูการเงิน
already
ไปได้ตรงนี้
seen.
ดิ
Chance for Gen G
กลายเป็นแบบ
to shut down
ตุนเลยครับการเงิน
Paper X very early on. We know this is a map that both teams can hold a tight contention, but with Gen G having done that extra work on it, picked it into this series. I'm worried for Paper X. It's early times just now, but with showstoppers online for both squads, we knew this was
Ui.
coming. Munyet's on the way, head caught
Ông
on the
Hải bên
arcs
này
on the
một.
way through. It
Bên này.
slowed him down
Ông
enough
Hải
and
cạn
actually
lẹ.
bought some time for Meteor to escape. And for Munchkin to round the corner, no one's going to go down to that showstopper, but it's claimed a lot of space.
Yeah. Oh, they don't realize how close Karen is. He had to move because of the tiger. Monya's going to try and aggress. This is risky. Multiple players on the other side. Showstopper, he should be dead.
โอ้ย
Literally, almost manages to catch one.
หาย
Even
เลี้ยว
still, though, for
ชิบ
Gen
หาย
G,
เลี้ยว
it's looking
ชิบหายเลี้ยว
fantastic.
จังหวะนี้
Timing
โอ้
couldn't be
ทำมิ่ง
worse or
ทำมิ่ง
something either. It's going from bad to worse for Paper X. They need to find a miracle through
Oh.
these spams. At least been able to get one, but they don't know if the player's still on the spike. The second tab will definitely help
Oh.
them out, but it's loading just going through.
ปวด
ปา
ตัว
ชื่อ
Yeah.
รัวกว่า
To dodge
กระสุน
there.
เยอะกว่า
But Gen G,
บาจัด
they break back immediately. And what we
Hại là quá.
mentioned, them losing all their players. It's going to hurt now.
Yes, it absolutely is. Now you see the butterfly effect of that. Well-placed showstopper by Textures. We said there were 2 online, only 1 found its mark. And then the chaos afterwards. Every time you see someone on Paper X turn their crosshair to look towards an angle where they've just seen someone swing or they've just lost a teammate, they get shot in the back because that's the exact timing that Gen G go for the retake on all sides. Gorgeous stuff, 3-1. Odin being kept through, Lakia going way up in my estimations, let me tell you, buddy. And the spams, well, they're not having too
วิ
much
กล้องตัว
success.
เมื่อกี้พอ
They
ดี
don't
คำ
need
เลย
to.
ว่ะ
In this round, Paper X have basically nothing to play with.
โดน
4
ยิงยากด้วย
shares.
Well, also
Sometimes we're the most
they've already taken the control. That's the main reason. You've got Karen aggressively up. It's allowed for a gamble rotation, so he's just moving that Odin elsewhere. Not the most common door to spam because you are open to a couple of angles, but
พี่เอ้ย
it won't matter. And this is the
Huh?
thing. We've seen
เดี๋ยว
this
ไปเลข2-0เนาะ
scenario
Gen
many
G
a times. Find a kill, TP back.
Gen G
Karen
เอาไป
is
1 แล้ว
excellent
พี่
at
บอก
knowing
เดี๋ยวไปเลข
when
ไม่ใช่
to
หรอ
reposition as well, so they can leave those.
เฮ้ย
Oh,
บอกตอนไหน
but this is ambitious.
ตอนแรกพี่เชียร์
Where
ใคร
is he going? Where is he going? He's
Someone
made it.
control
He's
him.
made it just about around
Gen G.
that corner, but well, that was
Okay,
risky.
okay.
ก็ที่เจนจี
Came through
3
that
คน
whole
ไง
time. I'm not sure that would have
Okay,
went the way
okay.
he
แล้ว
was
พี่บูม
thinking.
เป็นเล็กคนเดียว
Very good for Munchkin.
Hana di nghe.
Narrow alleyway to
Đây.
fight in, and wow, that's a lot of damage.
โอ้โห
No
Dù
chance
Munchkin
for
ยิงดิ
Paper X here. Of course, we did mention they have those weaker weapons. They don't have a lot to play with. And they'll get nothing done. A flawless round. I hate to harp on the economy, but Gen G off to a flying start with it yet again.
Yeah.
It's feeling reminiscent of last map, but it is still very early days. Plenty of time for Paper X to find their footing. They don't want to waste time throwing rounds away. They've called a timeout.
That's the funny thing. We might actually get to the point where
Mình
we
không
can
vậy.
just highlight when Gen G don't have money.
รบกวนปุ๊บรบ
We'll just save time.
โว้ว
That's
Whoa,
the way
it's
they've
cool.
had it the whole
Whoa.
time throughout the series. I like the pause though,
Whoa,
coming out from
Malam.
breaks because this has been rough. And even looking back versus KC, they struggled when it came to this attack inside. A lot of that was a bit of a peculiar composition, but I don't know if this one's looking any better for them right now.
Gen
Also, it
G
has a lot of
Sentinel
reliance
มันจัด
again
อะ
on this double
ดูจาก
duelist.
ทรงละ
There was a moment or two at the beginning where I was like, okay,
ไปนอน
something
แก้
looks
เคล็ด
like
นะครับ
it's
ผ
set
ม
to play. But ever since then, they're just getting boomed. And everyone on the other side for Gen G has looked utterly fantastic. In this round at least, one off a Blade Storm.
ออกคำสั่งทีเด็ดครับ วันนี้คนทำทีเด็ดไม่อยู่ครับ วันนี้น้องบาสไม่
playing
มา
a part in this round
เลยไม่มีรูปทีเด็ด
for either side. And Munchkin already having that Viper's pit online. It clearly this is a time where Alex needs to earn his money. Otherwise, I think PaperX are taking that fast track straight to the lower bracket.
I want to at least get that third map out. You know, officials are a different ball game to talking about regional play, especially against a team who've already played on that map. You're testing so many deeper things, and I think for them, bombing out like this in the uppers, it wouldn't speak well for what's to be seen, because Loud Sentinels, they're not going to be any easier.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't want to face up against either of those teams right now. Here we go, though. Again, early paranoia. I think this one is not really going to be played upon. I like the idea, again, using that haunt to get them space, but something, I think he's just going to disrespect the utility. Had enough of these pushes coming through. He is going to get pinged up. They know where he is, and Texture's already there to support.
That's it. They're trying to punish the Odin. They know that it's not easy to fight from this angle, especially when the door gets opened, and now he's dead. But that's what it's all about on Gen G, filling in the spaces and being able to fight afterwards. But with a return from PaperX, they've got a real chance. The headshot angle held by Mindfreak, but Meteor's just ducked underneath it, playing the limbo, and he's winning this game with Mindfreak down. It's 45 HP, and a dream turned to a nightmare. PaperX losing out on another. They had a good pacey take, managed to put the players on the back foot, and filled in every gap that Gen G were trying to stuff their way into. They always had someone to take that second fight. PaperX had someone to take the third. This time, though, they lose out when it comes to the post plan. You gotta say, they
เขา
really
น่าจะ
could
มี
use
ที่
that
ต่อย
round.
วัดพลังให้อเล็กข้าง
This is one of those things as well where
ตั้งไว้
Meteor's
สัก
in
ตู้
the
ตอนนี้เครื่องน่าจะพัง
the amount of times I feel like I've watched him just get both kills and his teammates still rotating. Like he's just so confident at this stage in his individual ability and even just
ทำไม
ducking under where
ทำไม
he
กล้อง
assumed
เก่ง
his
ที่อเล็ก
opponent
ถ่าย
would
ทุ
be
กช็อต
holding.
ทุกวินเลย
That was again another big
Do
round
react
from
to win.
PaperX. A lot in
คนอื่น
the
ไม่ค่อยโดน
even having
ถ่าย
some decent
แพ้ชนะ
early
ไม่รู้
plays,
แต่
but
ถ่ายอเล็กตลอด
doesn't to be now. Well,
ถ้าแพ้นี่เน้นถ่าย
really
ขวัญใจตากล้องอเล็กอะ
ready for his
ขวัญใจตอน
initial
แพ้
play. Almost
เฮ้ย
goes down.
เกือบ
But has managed to dodge that singular bullet fired by Texture.
Yeah, I think is that sending them elsewhere.
อันนี้ไม่เคยพลาดอยู่แล้ว
Claim some space by sneaking through. We saw
โอ้โห
was pulled out,
6-1
trying to evade some spams or some players emerging from the smoke. Unfortunately, he jumped right into their crosshair. 6-1.
เฮ้ย
Gen G.
หมุนอะไรอะ
Four ultimates online coming into round number 8.
เซ็นกับลาวดีกว่าน้องอิง
It's one of those
เป็น
scenarios
กับ
where
เราเหรอ
again PaperX have
ผม
made
ว่าน่า
some
จะ
of
เสร็จ
these
นะ
rounds
ฟอร์ม
look
ตอนนี้มันแบบ
somewhat competitive.
ร้อนแรงจัดเลยว่ะพี่
Gen G
เป็นกับ Gen G
consistently
อะ
ผมว่าเจน
able
จี
to
ว่ะ
clutch out the late round. Again, as you said, odds are in their
เออ
favor.
คิดเหมือนกัน
Finances
พี่ว่า
are in
เจ
their
นจี
favor.
น่าแชมป์
There's at least a lot
ผมเห็นผล
coming
เดียวเลย
online
เทค
in
เจอ
this
ร์มัน
round.
จ่ายค่าแท็กซี่ให้
The side of
ผมเชียร์
PaperX.
มาตั้งแต่ตอนนั้นเลย
The counter operator going to be
ตอนแรก
investing
ไม่เชียร์
in something. He's at a very
จ่ายให้
quiet
ใคร
start
ตอ
to
นนั้น
this game.
ตอนที่ไปกับบัตร
Reaction
ผมให้
shot
ให้แฟนมันเรียกตำรวจ
from
ให้
Texture. Already puts down
มันมา
money.
จ่ายให้ด้วย
You see the idea as well? We see the aggression. We try to take space elsewhere. They
Get
knock
it,
out A because Gen G are getting aggressive. Give them PaperX a taste of their own defensive medicine. This is a really good start with 4 ultimates to fall back on, 3 of which will help you out if you're in a pinch. For PaperX, where do they go? Where do they take it? Maybe they can get a neural theft if they can even drop a body. And they
นี่ไง
can
ทำมิ่งว่าเลยนะ
wall bang kill with the Odin from Lakia. That's something dropped.
โทษทีครับผมผิดพลาดทางเทคนิคนิดหน่อย
He's
เมื่อกี้
looking for a little bit more. I don't know
Ôi,
where
แต่
they're
ก็
going to
จัด
take this.
หมุนนานไหม
game,
เนี่ยเมื่อกี้
but
โทษทีนะ
I think I know what the result will be regardless.
Forsaken's been
Dawaj,
quiet
Sokum.
as well and reposition.
Ow.
Nice shot at least. Will make things that little bit more interesting. The reveal as well will tell exactly where their opponents are. Knowing there's only one player here, the turret though, keeping things disruptive. And Meteor again, full sprinting to help his teammate out. It gets close for a matter of seconds, but Gen G continue their utter dominance in this match. 7-1 on the defense.
เพี่คิดว่าต้องทำ
I
อะไร
don't know.
นะครับ
Yeah,
เปเล็ก
second pause going to be called.
จังหวะนี้นะครับ ต้องเดินไปตัดนิ้วอย่างเดียวเท่านั้นน่ะ
I also just did tidbit as well. Last 3 times.
ตัดทั้งสองคน
Yeah, played and
Texture
won this
ตัด
Right.
เทค
match.
เจอร์ไปก่อนเลย
8 rounds on attack, 9 rounds on attack, 9 rounds on attack.
มันก็ถูกไงน้องเซเนโพ
โอ้ขันม่อนเหมือนกันนะ
Think about
มา
the
แม่งโคต
slots
รกด
that
ดัน
Gen
นะ
G
พี่
are also willing to claim. Like they pushed out
แม่ง
2
มาแทน
players
แบบ
all the way past Mound. They weren't even holding the deep angles anymore because what's the
ทำไง
point?
ได้อะ
And
They're
they
gonna try
pushed
and
A.
swing
with
through.
แทน
2
เบส
players
เพล
in
เยอ
the
ร์
same round. Yeah, right. So like this is the thing.
แล้ว
You
มา
need to
แม่ง
peek
กลาย
ahead
เป็น
and they go, oh, are they rubble? Yep, they are.
มาดู
I'm
ลิส
dead.
แทนเจส
They're
ซี่
everywhere.
Now we have no advantage.
มีมีวิธีเดียวที่จะชนะเจนจีว่ะเป็นเล็ก
Insta smoke.
ต้องให้จริงหนีทหาร
Control
ว่ะ
being taken by 3 players.
อันนี้มาแน่
To see if the push will come through in that direction. It's going to allow them the fast take back of this control.
มัน
Paranoia
จะมีเพลเยอร์
immediately put through. The trades
Ôi,
were
hả, dạ.
awful in the beginning, but they
นี่แหละ
quickly
หายาก
divulge into nothing
ปลาต้องขัด
for
เท้า
the side of Paybrex.
โอ้ยดู พ่อเทียสันแม่งแบบ
Finally, he comes
คือ
alive.
เพอร์เฟกต์อะ
Well,
คีน
this is
สุด
the
ๆอะ
round that he needed to wake up in. That spike is theirs, and they can walk it straight to the C site once that door is closed. 16 HP.
มันจะมีลงวันแถบ
Running on 42, but Texture's got an op and an aid. And it's a snake
เอามุก
bite.
แป๊กก็ได้ครับ
This could be very, very dangerous indeed. For now, though, Texture's not deploying the nade. Instead, sitting down. Op in hand, 16 HP, turned to 0. Nice shot with the operator as Mind Freak now is a nade below him. He's safe. Up top, he's got the angle, could even pick
มุม
off
ที่อร่อยที่
Munchkin
สุดใน
and
ไซต์
make it winnable.
นี่
But Texture's a little too quick.
I love it.
อร่อย
I didn't think he could fire off
ขอ
that
ชิม
quick.
หน่อย
He's got an op as a negative, and then it's like, no, never mind.
Wide swings. Like, all right, we're quick scoping now, but that's the level we've hit for Genji. 8-1, Tom. Yeah, I almost wanted to say coming into this map, well, it can't get any worse. It just has. It was 8-2
Yeah.
at least last time.
น้องบ้าสวัสดีครับมาแล้วโอ้โหคนทำที่เด็ด
Definitely is looking like a golf in class, which again, considering this is the
ผมแบบ
number
รู้
one
เลย
and
อะ
number
ไป
two
เจ
in
อ
the same region, that we've already seen them play a best
มุ
of
มมาหล่อ
5
เมนเลย
series. There was a 3-1, and a lot of the maps were close.
พี่ให้เจนจี2-1 ไปเซนเตเนล2-1 แต่ตอนนี้กำลังจะเป็นเจนจี 2-0 ละ
I don't know if they've
อีก
fallen
ข้ามไปหน่อย
because that's looking
Now,
like the difference
anti-
between these two is not the same we've seen before. All 5 ultimates, by the way. Genji don't need them. That's actually the
เฮ้ย
point
เดี๋ยวนะ
we're
นี่
in.
PRX
They
บุก
don't
ด้วยนี่หว่า
need
ฟ้
the
อง PRX
ults.
ผม
They're
ว่า
just
เขาบุก
winning
นะ
the rounds anyway.
Normally,
Bok
you'd
de.
be thinking at this point, oh, let's just throw one out just to see.
There you go.
There it is. Okay. Cycle the
มาแล้ว
economy
ครับผม
element. Here comes the big rocket, and it's not landed. It's not found the value it needed to. The lockdown has been destroyed, and Meteor was tagged down quite a bit.
That's the value, right? That's the value. They got rid of the show. They got rid of the lockdown,
แล้ว
so
ปื
they
น
can
น่า
at
ก
least
ลัว
claim some space. He's screwed. There's no way he survives that.
แผนดี
เฮ้ย
จังอุ๊ยทำจริง
เฮ้ย
It's a little messy. It's giving PaperX a chance, Tom. They haven't planted the spike, but they don't need to if they win these fights again and again, and they have. Lakia dropped, leaves Munchkin
มาว่ะ
อุ๊ย
1v3.
เดี๋ยวนะมันไม่โดน
If he
ขนาด
wins
นั้นเลย
this,
ไม่รู้
I'm putting the headset down. They've got decent amount of HP, and they've lost
Oh,
Mind Freak.
oh,
Okay, but
oh,
it's
วางเป้าแบบ
alright. They've
เกิน
still
ไป
got
ว่ะ
2 players, no utility to
โดน
play
ที
with.
ชัวร์เลย
They've got to just take these fights, not one at a time. That's the only thing
Okay,
I
I'll
beg
name
of
him.
you. Not one at a time, not up against Munchkin right now. He's 11 and
อุ๊ยมัน
4.
ยิงทะลุไปด้วย
He's
นี่
been
หว่า
winning round after round, but a reposition by Forsaken. The swing is good. And the
เจ็บแล้ว
double
น่ะ
peak wins the day, 8-2. Deja vu for
เมื่อกี้ถ้าได้
PaperX.
ตัวล่างแล้วก็สุนทะลุตายเลยนะ
Well,
ไอ้ตัว
Genji got to be feeling
Oh.
confident. The good thing is they used
มันจะโหดเกินไปล่างทั้งนั้นอะ
Yeah,
ไม่มันมีโอกาส
เดี๋ยว
เขา
they
มา
use
ได้
the rounds, they use the ults. That's the weird thing about it.
แต่มันก็เกิด
And
ขึ้นได้นะ
again, a lot of this just came down to some brilliant individual play from something. Finally putting a couple of kills on the board. The fact is
แต่
they
ช็อตนี้เจสันตัดสินใจดีนะ
Munchkin individually.
มัน
First
เล่น
player
แยกกัน
Phoenix dies,
ล่าง
second
บน
gets dinked, and it's only finally
ไป
they
โผล่หัวข้างบน
reposition.
2 คนละแฟนทอม
I
แล้ว
think
ก็
we would have needed a new
ว่า
desk
มีสิทธิ์
completely for Alex if they
หรือ
managed
ว่า
to
ตัดสิ
lose
นใจ
that
ดี
round. But it's scary that it even got close.
I think just get rid of the desk, man. Punching bag with an LED screen in it.
Whose face is on it?
It depends
Man,
on the
but hell,
game.
I
Make it
know.
interchangeable.
Indonesia.
Well, Forsaken's picked off Karen. That's a fantastic kill. Look how open
Yes,
the
I'm
A side
first
is. And they've made that realization. There's
Like,
no
really,
further
really,
challenge.
Indian.
There's no utility. There's no reaction from Genji. So Forsaken realizes it's wide
Ui.
open and he gets caught by Lakia. That
มัน
time
เล็ง
was
ยากไงเหลืองๆ
perfect.
มันอยู่
มันถึงบ้าง
Well, I mean, you can call it a mistake. At the end of the day,
Hey,
he was
hey,
open at like
Trump.
6 angles, so he has to just be clearing those, constantly being paranoid about them. The site, though, is lost, and PaperX will find the plant nonetheless.
เอาละมาแล้วไฮไลท์กำลังคึกคัก
Showstopper online. Not
Oh,
wanting
something.
to allow them to set up
Hmm.
something. He's going to try and get aggressive,
ไป
but
เชี่ยวเชี่ยวอ่ะ
managed to
เป็น
land
ส
the
ไตล์
shot.
อยู่แล้ว
I think the flash through the back might have
That's a
actually
loop.
caught Munchkin. So he's going to actually reposition through B instead. Move away from the flank position. It's open. I think it's because Device having to check too many angles. The Seekers at least will give it away. Showstopper has been thrown in. He might get caught by all of the Seekers, but his teammates got his back, and that
Oi.
means he'll be able to kill off Mind Freak. The remaining players a bit of an obscure position. Munyet has not been cleared yet, and because of that, he's going to be able to deny the defuse of the
Wait,
spam,
wait,
doing
wait,
so
tap,
much
tap,
damage.
tap.
And now it's all on to Devi with an operator.
Oi.
First shot missed, but he just needs to kill the guy.
Ah,
defusing, and he's
clean
done
out.
enough. There's no time left. Finally,
Wow, Dawai
PaperX
ให้ว่ะ
ดาวไว
pull out the
ดาวไวจัดให้ครับผม
miracle
ราวนี้
from them. But everybody will go down with the ship.
Well, it's the same thing as what we saw before, Tom, right? They're getting this little resurgence
เป็น
towards
โชค
the
ดี
end of
เล
the
ยที่
half.
ยิงพลาด
This time, PaperX didn't have the pistol to help them out. They weren't both on the previous map, putting them up 4
ไม่แน่ถ้า
rounds.
เกิ
They
ด
ended
ไอ้
on 8. But here,
มัน
they're
กิน
doing
มัน
it on the rifle
ตาย
rounds.
ไอ้นี่อาจจะลุก
Doing
มา
it
ยิ
in
ง
the
แทนก็
clutches
ได้
as well, as close as they may come.
เออ
It's
ใช่
still giving them that
ผม
little
ว่า
bit
มัน
of a
น่าจะลุก
heartbeat
มายิงว่ะ
to
เฮ้ยหรือ
continue on
อาจจะไม่ทัน
forward
บ้าบอม
now.
เมื่อกี้กู
This
อาจจะ
round,
เอาครึ่ง
the
พอดี
last of the half, Genji come in with the Viper's Pit. That's going to be a problem to fight through on the defensive side, or potentially a very strong tool for retakes.
Man, it's scary when it's a Red Bull clutch that gets you your third.
ก็เดิมหรือเปล่าครับ
As long as they're getting the rounds, I don't think they're going to mind too much. This battle is now changed. It was previously Karon being solo, and now it's Texture, and his operator has been
เสียเหลี่ยมวันนี้เสียเหลี่ยมเสียเหลี่ยม
มันค่อย
คนยิงไม่เห็นแขนก่อน
เหลี่ยมอีกฝั่งมันดีกว่าเมื่อกี้
Looks like they're going to go back into it. Is there a flash? Is
Oh.
there anything? No.
อันนี้พี่
No,
เข้า
it's
เป้า
just a dry
Ma.
wide peek by Moniette. Players up top looking to trade, but Texture's out of the angle too quickly. PaperX have given him another shot, and it looks like another bite of this apple. As around comes
Oi.
another, but
Oi.
finally the miss is there. Texture gets the
เฮ้ย
reset.
เกินไป
HP. He's dancing around,
โอ้
but
จิตใจทำด้วยอะไรวะ
there was no escape this time, and with Lakia falling, a real chance
Ui.
emerging for an 8-4
จริง
half.
มาวะ
It looks like
Cái shot này.
PaperX have
ช็อต
finally
นี้
woken
โหด
up.
จัด
They found some punch to be packed. Let's
โอ้ย
see.
แล้วไม่รู้ว่า
Meteor's on his
ไม่
way
รู้
in.
หลุดออกมาแล้วไง
Up close with a teammate further away. Munchkin's making a lot of noise. They're trying to find an angle to deal with him, and instead running into Meteor.
Something
Well
we
played.
don't know.
Now they can group up
Man-
and try to force
man niên
this
nhưng mà, ไม่รู้
2v2 with the Viper's Pit. That was a little scary. Thought Munchkin was about to be spammed, but now they've got a lot of space as they close in the distance. No snake bites to play with, though. That could help out, keep them way out of this
Oi.
pit, and with Munchkin falling, it's done.
แล้วทำไมไม่โดนมาร์คิน
8-4 at the
มากินบอกกูผิด
halftime.
อะไรเนี่ย
They found some legs to stand on, some
Ma, wa.
foundations laid. But the second half will be tough if they lose the pistol.
Yeah, almost identical to what we saw in the last half. A streak
Australian
of
team.
rounds. That's just disgusting.
Ui.
I was thinking from Forsaken's point of view, I was like, I didn't even really see anything. That's how good Texture has been. But again, it's those player
เอาละครับมาลุ้นปืน
deficits
พก
that
อัน
are
นี้
actually.
It's given them a chance here. We want to see them take the pistol, though.
Yeah, we want this to be a competitive
something.
match that
Nó
it
chập chọ
definitely
như thế này.
has not been.
หมุน
Genji looking like a competitor for the crown, and thus far we haven't seen the PaperX that we know and love. This pistol round might just be a deciding factor, but a
Ma
great
wa.
start from Moniette. Already pushing aggressively on the other side is something waiting for someone to try and make
แพ้ลงไป
their
สายล่างครับผม
move, and he's going to go back for a little bit more. Has to use the dash to get out of there, and is now waiting for the cavalry to arrive as the rest of the team somewhat far away. An opportunity, but Forsaken with a good trade.
Keeping the numbers in their favor. Something needs to do a little bit more. He's done some damage,
Ui.
and there's the follow-up. A shot right to Texture's temple. That's going to put us in a 4v2 with PaperX. Definitely favored to take this pistol now. Forsaken fallen. A little bit more of a chance. Something, though, delivers. Okay, he's up top and not spotted.
Ui.
Easy peasy. That's a
อะไรวะเนี่ย
3K for something.
ไอ้เล่น
Looks
ล่าง
like
บ
even
นนี้
he's
ของถ
starting
นัด
to heat
เขา
up.
เลย
ฟิวจัด
That's exactly what they need. Just him
Hey,
having
Pierre,
confidence.
Scott,
Because
you-
you look at some of the
บอกให้
fights he's
something
taken,
ใน
and
เมา
there's
เร็วเหมือนกัน
definitely risks about it, but
ผม
that's
ว่า
always
เรา
been
ไป
his
เลย
play
เดียวเลย
style. Even on a Gecko, he's
มันจะเร็วกว่า
basically not main, so
เร็วกว่าก่อนกันอ่ะ
then get the finances built up early,
เชื่อ
get
ว่า
the
เมื่อกี้ถ้า
orbs
ซัมติง
rolling
ที่ลงฟัน
from the
จะมีการ
duelist,
ทุบ
which
ขึ้น
is
แบบนี้
exactly what's
มุม
happened
เนี้ย
thus far.
อเล็กน่าจะไม่พอใจ
Paper into his hands.
เดฟ
พอใจแล้ว
Definitely
ว่า
slid
ถ้า
back.
เอา
As
มีด
said
ไปจ
though,
ริง
for the
อะไรก็น่า
majority
จะ
of
แบ
the
บว่า
matches
เด้ง
we've
เชือก
seen,
มา
be
จาก
it
มุมโค้ดอะ
เด้งเชือกเลยเหรอ
Pacific,
แล้วก็โค้ดสแลมตกเก้าอี้ไปเลย
เด้งเชื่อกมาจากห้องโค้ดเนี่ยเด้งออกมา
เด้งออกมาเลยไม่ไหวแล้ว
was essential for PaperX.
มึงจะมันกันเกินไปแล้ว
Now the follow-up looks easy.
อุ้ยทันติง
Very little to play with for Gen G, and even if they drop something, he's the player that's rocking with the
ปืนมัน
pistol.
ดีดหรือเมา
So
ส์
the
สั่น
margin
นะ
for
ยิง
error
ได้ไปหลาย
is
เจ็บ
all
ไม่แลกผิด
reached
มันเยอะกว่า
here.
เราเล่น
Any
ว่ะพี่
further kills
นะ
will be
ดีแล้ว
costly, will force
Mình
some
đi được
level
chinh.
of reinvestment from the side of PaperX. But on the defense, they can keep distance, and
Ma
with the
tì
buy
nhớ
that
vào
Gen
là
G
máu
have,
rồi.
they're definitely
Bum, bum,
not
bum.
favored on ranged fights.
จะมาตีมันฟิกแบบมันหยุดแบบนิ่งเลยอ่ะ
will be
มันคีนมากเลย
solo,
เป็น
but
เมาส์
you
ไว
see the rotation already coming out from Onyet. Jump peak will give him the info to go back in with that
ครึ่ง
Marshall.
ตัว
This is a round that they shouldn't really
เดินบู
have
บูบี
any
บี
opportunity to win. The weaponry not falling into their hands off the kills they've garnered, and The players they're pushing into are actually just going to
เอาว่ะ
start pushing
เสียน้อย
into
ด้วย
them. A good round from Paperex as they
มีเดินได้
managed
เจ
to
มัน
bring
ไม่เสีย
things
ซัมติง
again
ไม่ได้ซื้อ
back
ปืน
within two. But the fact is,
แล้ว
it
จัด
has
ออฟเลย
been the buy rounds where Genji truly have been
แต่ออฟซัมติงนี่ก็น่ากลัวอยู่นะ
Just look at your screen. Besides something,
ไม่
this is
เขา
a
ก็
round
เรา
that
อะ
often you're going to
เดี๋ยว
look
รู้
at
เลย
ซัมติงน่ากลัวทุกอย่างเลยพี่มันไม่เขาก็เราทุกอย่างเลย
Blade
อะ
Storm.
เออ
Means he can
ดูมันวิ่ง
force
ใส่
up
เล
here,
ย
buy an operator, and potentially have a Blade Storm.
ก็
Even
จริ
if
ง
they lose the
แม่ง
round,
ทุกอย่าง
with
อะ
how
ไม่เขาก็เรา
consistent he
ไม่
normally
ว่า
is
ก็โห
with
ด
that
ไปเลย
op, I would definitely put stock in him finding at least the 2 orbs. 1 kill and a death. We'll
โอ้
see.
โห
what he
นี่
can
วัน
get
นี้
up
ไม่
to.
ฟิกหลับ
It
จริง
also
ว่ะ
means they can gamble the control. They've got him holding onto the A site, an aggressive
Ui.
position from Munyet. This is
Mon.
not really the
Yang.
game you want to have.
ยัง
here,
ไม่กลับ
but
เอ้ย
then somehow he gets out of there unscathed. They also had an initial setup for players outside C, but after that spot comes through,
เรียกเพื่อนมาช่วยเลยสั่งกระบอกมาเอาเทคหน้าบีคืน
has already
Something
happened.
wah.
So something now in a pretty
Oh,
deadly position. And
ui.
honestly, I think Meteor's a little bit lucky there.
ยังเอาไปหนึ่งอะเหลือเชื่อจัด
For that operator to finally
ดู
show
ช็อตนี้เลย
its
ครับ
ugly face. Luckily for the side
โอ้
of
โห
Genji as they lose a player right off
แต่ท่าไหนวะนะ
texture. The man with the
ตัวมันเบ้ๆ
responsibility
เนอะ
to take
เอ
the
อ
space to close the distance. Now they'll be a little bit
มัน
slower
คลิกแล้ว
on the
ก็
way around
แดน
these
เลยเหรอ
corners, which is just perfect for something.
Ui.
He had to be watching the right way though, and Munchkin caught him unaware. The same happens
โห
with
ยิงกันแบบ
Divide though, leaving it to a
ทีละหน่อยทีละหน่อย
3-2
แตกแตกแตก
defensive advantage, and Divide walkabouts. He's been so good. 19 kills, looking for his 20th and his 3rd of the round. And it looks like he might. Oh, he will get the opportunity, but he's being dropped. Doesn't
มา
matter
แล้วครับ
because Munyet's there to catch him.
มาแล้วไงโมเมนตัม
And now this gets me excited for Paper
มา
Rex. That
เรื่อย
round puts
ๆ มา
them
เรื่
way
อย
back.
ได้เลยน้องบาสขอบคุณครับผม
Genji got an eco.
Yeah,
Let me
I
kill.
like the way they
ไปจังหวัด
play
ไหน
as
เนี่ย
well. After the initial spot, that there was at least one player lurking. They know that there's an opportunity to potentially steal a gun away. So they 3-man push. Even a trade there's not too bad, knowing there's something's on the other side. And even though he only gets 1 kill, he does
เดี๋ยว
enough
ผม
to
ขอเล่นเจ็ดแล้วผม
delay
เล่น
and
เซน
allow
ซัม
for
ติง
those
ใช่ปะ
rotations.
ได้
Divide as well, though, as you said, he's been fantastic. 19
ถ้ามันชนะแล้วกัน
topping
เดี๋ยว
the
พี่เล่น
scoreboard right now.
ไซเฟอร์
Something
เซน
once more.
ไอ้สาม
ไอ้
They know he's
ไม่
going
ใช่
to be here. They know there's a high
ใคร
chance
วะ
he'll be here,
ฮีโร่
and they're actually going to really put
เป็
the
นจี้
pressure
เป็น
on
จี้
early.
โอเคโอเคโอเคโอเค ไหนมีใครอยากเป็นใครอีกไหมครับ
แดงแม่งทั้งวันวันนั้น
Trap just got broken on B. So now for Paper Rex, they have to be worried about the flank. It means you're not going to have Forsaken there to help with this fight. Instead, something has to do it on his own. And again, he finds texture. That's a big part of this take. They try to seize the space with him. Packing in, but instead,
แปลก
they've been left to try and trade it out.
ตอนแรกก็ดี
ไม่ใช่โอมารอดักรถ
Meteor's good position has been noted. As we said earlier, they know that
โบะหรือเปล่า
is broken.
โบะไหม
They know there could be someone
ผม
around
จะยิง
here.
ทัน
That's
จริ
why
ง
you
วะ
see
ถ้าเกิดมัน
Divide
แบบ
wait for
ใน
Mind
แนบเช็ค
Freak, wait even for the plant
โอ้โห
to come through while Munyet
ทน
finishes
ไม่มาก
this
พอ
flank. Looks like they're aware. Well, they're
วาง
very
ปืน
much
ดีกว่า
aware that something is going on. I mean, Paper Rex haven't
อื้อ
made
หือ
why haven't
ได้
they? Why are
ดี
they
อะ
not
ชิป
trying to
หายแล้ว
take a
บอก
bit of
เลยจังหวะ
control?
นี้
And that's not something they'll find an answer to until they plant the spike.
Looks like because they've
ทำไม
spotted
ฟิกยังมี
players
บายอยู่
near B,
มัน
and
เล่นอ
they're
ย่างนี้
worried
โดน
about their spawn. They're actually going to go fighting aggressively. This could be
ผม
a
แม่ง
big
ไฟเลย
win if it comes through.
โอ้โห
Nice one from
โด
Meteor.
น
เล่นอย่างนี้โดนจริง
เอ้ยแต่มันเข้าคันเอ้ยโอ้โหได้
เฮ้ย
And nothing being
He's really
spotted
good, man.
towards the spawn. This means they know where they are.
อ้อ
It's perfect, and he's
โอ้ยไม่ได้โอ้
pistol. He does
Ah.
it alone. Meteor's going to win the Mastercard
ผมเล่น
Thrifty
คิวจอยพี่
of what was
เล่น
looking
เด
like
โอ
a round
ไอ้เหี้ย
อ๋
มัน
อ
ไม่
เล่น
หมด
เอา
กัน
in
เลย
the hands of
พี่
Paperex falls to one man.
One man with one big gun and one medium gun also. Very ambitious to go for this. That could have put it to a 1v1 top, but he was having none of it.
That's what I said about this guy. He knows he'll hit the shot. For some reason, when it's hit a 2v2 and he goes, okay, I've got the first one, he always peeks for the second, and weirdly, he always gets it. That's the thing. Every time I'm sat there going, I'm ready to critique, and then he gets the kill, and I'm like, well, fine then. I guess that was the right play.
Well,
เกินไปจริง
uncouth,
สองคน
but
เนี้ย
it works this time. Certainly caught his opponents off
Victor
guard with
Meto.
Genji 9-7 and claiming that round. Paper Rex have weaknesses. An operator in the hand of something.
Look at where he is.
It's not really an op.
อย่าบอกนะว่าเสียเหลี่ยม
Oh, nice flash. That's good. But he hasn't got the dash anymore. It's faded out. But Munchkin. Oh, the shot's missed. And Munchkin's been given a second chance at life while the showstopper is again just. Oh, I thought just used for space. But if he fires it out close, no. He doesn't pull the trigger. And now he realizes. realizes his mistake as the
เหลือ
dive
เชื่อจัดรอบนี้
a lot to work
เท่า
with.
ไหร่วะ
ไม่ได้คิดก็ดีหมดพอดีนะ
Well, in theory, forcing them back, but it
Oi.
hasn't happened
เอ้า
at all.
เอ้ย
They went aggressive. Made
เปิด
this
ไล่
one
วิ่งกันได้
problematic.
เลย
Spike already planted at least, so they're going to have to respect it and just fall back. Munchkin still holding, and they have a pretty nasty potential crossfire just for the amount of time that can be born.
ถ้า
Munchkin
แพ้
is
วิน
just
นี้มา
looking
ดู
at
ย้อน
the
หลัง
clock.
มันจะรู้สึกไง
That's
วะ
all he really aiming for, sitting back, waiting for the push. He
Oi.
manages to land the
โอ้
first
เกือบอะนะ
onto the second.
นี่ดาไวเหลือ
Paper
5 เกือบอะนะ
respond in turn, a back and forth so far in this second half, and they close the gap once again to just one round.
ยังไงอันติมันก็ต้องยิงทิ้งหรือเปล่า
That's the response and resurgence we wanted to see.
ต้องยิง
This
ทิ้ง
game, this map, and indeed this
He
series
would
is
have
hanging on
killed
a knife's
something if
edge.
he just shot the bullet. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
so
the key, but
infuriating.
Yeah, I can understand he doesn't
But
want to give away
Shivalad
his
and
position,
Motodi,
but you know,
ใจก็อยาก
make a
คิด
decision
ใจ
there. Do you gamble it? Do you not? And well, he chose wrong. Chips on the wrong color.
Wait,
Oh,
oh my God.
9 to 8. And for Paper Rex, it looks like they've really got their hands dug into those reins.
ถ้าเมื่อกี้ยิง
Economy is low.
เจน
We've
จี
seen
ได้แน่นอน
Gen G win low by rounds. There's a Viper's Pit online with 1 kill from Munchkin, 1 orb, 1 plant. But the main thing is something has got basically an all.
Hey.
Now that's a Yassine dash. But it works out for him. No punish.
ตั้งใจตั้งใจ
Gets him another kill.
ตั้งใจไม่ต้องตกใจครับผมจังหวะนี้
Paper Rex.
ซัมติงบอกรู้ว่าเดี๋ยวเพื่อนมาช่วย
A second.
ไปยืนพื้นที่ข้างหน้าไว้ก่อน
Miss it as we're 9 to 9.
เดฟผิดตาบอยบอก เฮ้ย ไปช่วยดิวะ
Made this comeback happen.
เดฟไป
5-1
ข้าง
in
หน้า
the
อย่างงี้
second half
ไปช่วย
after
น้อง
what was basically, we were at a scoreline where this looked over. What was it, 8-1? And then they went 3 rounds in a row.
8-1.
And that's the thing. You don't really think it at the time because an 8-4 half is still great, but
แต่ตัวที่สอง
It seemed
นี่
like Gen G just-
เอาเรื่องอยู่นะ
let the foot
ยิง
off the
ยากอยู่
gas.
สอง
A few big plays coming out.
ยิงเด็กเจอ
Now we're starting to see players rise up. You were mentioning it. The distance between Devi and everybody else was a lot. Well, something has been closing the gap. I'm also just looking at Mind Freak.
โอ้โหข้ามมา
Yeah, it looks like they're
Still
looking
up.
at him
Oh,
too.
look you,
Karen
doing
was
balai.
trained in on that with texture.
มีกดไม่ลงครับ
Field day, 2 HP left
Yes,
on
sir.
Divide.
Halon win
He'll
นี้
find it hard to
แบบทำทุกอย่าง
get any impact from this point. A straight
Divide
bullet
ห้อยพระเลย
enough to take him
ลุ้น
down.
เดี๋ยวจะ
But he's
ลา
caught
นี่คือ
Karen off guard. The flash
โคตร
covers
คุ้ม
his
ดาไว
retreat. No more flashes and they don't regen anymore. But an opportunity still. No, shut down.
จิงโจ้เหรอ
2 versus 3 though.
Joe,
Viper's
Joe.
pick could change the game.
They're trying to get in as quickly as humanly possible. But
Ui.
Meteor's there to defend. Leaves it onto something. As said, he's had a real resurgence. They just fall back to enable the
ใช้กระสุนได้
reload.
ไหม
Never mind, he's just looking to
เหลือ
reposition
ของ
completely.
เก่งหมดเหลือ
I think they know exactly where he is, but somehow he still wins the battle. 3 bullets left in the clip. The pit's been dropped. He's already going to spot one. But
Hey!
he's now just out to the
Oh!
classic. Malaki is the one to take it home. These rounds are getting insanely close. And it's a back and forth once
ถ้า
again.
กระสุนซัมติงมีแค่ชุดหนึ่งเมื่อกี้
Really is
เอ
like
อจริง
a pendulum swinging. There's no stability to be found for either of these teams. 2 rounds for Paper X, an immediate
But-
answer back
but ค่อนข้าง
by
รอบคอบ
Gen
นะ
G.
ที่กระโดด
But
เช็คกั
the
นนะ
fact that it comes down to this, that the Viper is
Ui.
dropped outside the pit, and then that's the result.
แต่เขาก็ยิง
ง้างแล้ว
As
ง้างแล้ว
with
โซ
the
โล่
final
ง้างแล้ว
right click to close it. Gen G, they've got a lot set up in front of them, Tom. There is a showstopper for Munyet. Other than that, everybody is just on the rifles. Credits are low. Gen G could be on the home stretch very, very soon, and Forsaken in that corner
clear
needs
him.
value. They've not seen him. He's good for 1 and damage on texture. Those
bad.
could be very, very pivotal facts for us as Paper X look to move back through. So many players are low. One extremely low in the corner. It's the Rocket to find him.
โอ้โห
That's the thing, though. That
May
trade's
kum
all
thalai.
right. That was
Oh,
the
may
low
kum
HP
thalai.
player that goes down. I don't think they're going to mind
Ito
that
man,
whatsoever
China,
to put it back
kum
into a 3 versus 3. Something about to try and go through this. His
ช็อต
teammates
ตี้ว่ะ ถ้าเมื่อกี้มีช็อตตี้นะ ก็
a
อี
bit
กภาพเหมื
further
อนกันนะ
behind. No flash available for Device, so it's just going to have to be the raw push. Already managing to retrieve a rifle, but
กดไม่
every
ลงครับ
rifle falls. Gen G now get a double back of their own. And the major worry here for Paper X, they don't have backup credits. They don't have anything in their pockets other than a Blade Storm. This could be the beginning of the end.
It feels that way, Tom.
แต่รอบนี้ไม่มี
2 round
ตังค์
gap. Gen G in this series have just been miles ahead when it came to these rifle rounds. And again, it seems strange that 13 to 8 to talk about it as a dominant game. Yes, it is a strong score line, but not damning for the other side. But when you look at both pistols, that's a 4-0 start based off of coin flips. And Paper X managed to just about come ahead. When it came to rifle rounds, they weren't able to succeed. Now early push, it's not quite a rifle. Instead, it's a set of blades, and those don't even get fired off. They lay by his side as he falls to the floor. Something down, so too is Devi, and they're ready for another player close. There seems to be nothing that Paper X can do to surprise this Gen G roster in the last few rounds. And with 12 looking like it's on the board, Tom, these players, they have to be feeling the crushing weight of this series. The lower bracket is beckoning them, and there they'll face elimination against the Sentinels or allowed. There's no easier fight for them than a team that they know. The devil they don't is coming.
Seems like Gen G have got their number. This round at least was a weaker investment, but they had to use one of the ults and it got absolutely nothing. And the second we've got into these post runs, that's where Gen G have looked their most
ลา
fearsome.
แชนว่ะ
A team from last year that started strong, had a massive fall from grace.
ตัวลาววิดีโอไหม
A huge overhaul of this roster with risks
โดนวิน
taken.
ไม่น่าเสียแพ้เลยครับ
Players
ผม
brought back
เพราะว่าได้
been
วิน
in a
ครึ่งแรกน้อยเกิน
Masters
ไป
right at the beginning of Valorant, a player they got from ranked.
ยาก
Players that have not found success elsewhere. Texture, one I think we can really highlight. Like in G, he was okay. But to go into a Gen G roster that's now playing for a minimum of top 3 if they win this match, unheard of, surprising, and now looking like that pinnacle of Pacific. Looking to try and do what no Pacific team has ever done before. Take themselves to an international victory. The Paper X are not dead, not down, until you stamp them out.
Definitely looking injured. The path to recovery, 3 straight rounds in OT in the third map. A lot of win conditions. For Gen G, 3 ultimates to fight their way through. Paper X don't have reactive ones, not impactful ones. Whereas the lockdown, the showstopper, and of course the nightfall. Any one of those can open sights, pull you out of sticky situations. Door open. That was the defenders, but it's covering Munyet's push forward. Problem is, okay, good nade up close. That's going to force that player out in the open. Problem is,
แม่ง
Texture
ปา
was
ระเบิด
covering
เสร็จ
it.
ปาไปแบบไก่
Now the push on mid is spotted as
จิต
well.
ใจทำด้วยอะไร
3 players left for Paper X.
โอ้โหสวยช็อตนี้
Looks like they've still got a fight in them. Nightfall won't evade it. He's being caught, but it's fake information. The shrouded step has bought a little bit of an advantage for Mindfreak as he's still alive, his HP recovering, but with something down, and Devi
เท็กเจอร์บอกอ๋ออันติกูไม่ได้ยิงอีกแล้ว
wants to move towards that singular door. For this, Devi needs to buy some time. He still has a flash to play with. There it goes. It's popped and it's cleared out this corridor. Devi's even won the fight. The smoke is down. A chance if Mindfreak can make it to Devi. If they can take this fight together, but they don't know where the last players are. And the nade has even forced them back for a second. The time now very low.
โหยากว่ะ
And with 2 players still to root out, it might be too low. Devi just dodges that seize, but Mindfreak down. The time now not to be played with. Okay, no, Texture went out swinging. There's no chance. There's no chance whatsoever. He had to stick it underneath his nose, and short of a big